Hello, 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 and welcome to today's training. We're going to talk about how to double down on your email list using Facebook. Yes, Facebook does still have a lot of usages, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you are interested in growing your email list using Facebook, then you are in the right place. If you have never been on one of my shows before, let me introduce myself. My name is Kim Garst. I have owned an online business for years and years, almost 30. It's hard to believe. Hard to believe I'm that old. But my passion is helping others shorten their learning curves on things that are going to grow their bottom line. So as you guys are coming in, give me a shout out. Where in the world are you? What's the weather like where you are today? It's lovely here in Virginia. It's nice and sunny. I think in the 50s, so a little warmer. All the snow is gone. It's a beautiful day. Hey Dee, and if you're brand new, never been on one of my shows before, just do hashtag new in the comment area, and I'll say hey. We'll have an e-meet. Thank you. Periscope has been like on my mind so much lately because there's been so many things that happened as a result of Periscope for me and my business. So it's kind of an interest. It's been, and with them like closing it down and all the crazy stuff that's happening, it's been interesting lately. So, hey, Jean, there's this new platform called Clubhouse. And so I'm seeing a lot of my old connections on Periscope over on Clubhouse. So it's been a week of, reconnection. Hey, so glad to see you, Christina. I hope you're doing good, sweetie. Hey, April. Yes, see, we were just talking about Clubhouse, so here we go. I think I met April over on Periscope as well in the early days. It's just fascinating how the similarities, even though it's not live video, Clubhouse is an audio platform, which means you don't have to have your hair and your makeup done. So there is pluses. I'm like, I think I may like that platform. Ooh, we got London in the house. Hey, Katie, glad you're here. Okay, so I have a couple of favors to ask. If you know somebody that would be interested in learning how to use Facebook, will you sprinkle it out into the world? Hit that button, pass it on, etc. And if you have any aha moments, just use hashtag aha in the comments area. That means like, hey, if you hear something, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Or, oh my gosh, I needed to hear that again. Sometimes you have those moments. Lori says, found me on Periscope. I know, like I have so many amazing connections that I created over on Periscope. Okay, so let's get to it. These are this week I've been doing a whole series of trainings on email. Because one, I always like to bring value, but two, we're doing a webinar series. Again, tomorrow, we're doing one more tomorrow. So I'll give you the details on that in just a moment. But we've been doing this every day, yesterday, today, tomorrow, every day this week at 3, except for Friday. Friday, we're going to be doing 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so let me pull up my screen real quick. Corrine, Amazon girl. Amazon's my friend. Just go to Amazon and type in red glasses and you'll probably find these or others that you may like better. Hey, Darren, dude, we have got to catch up. I'm actually in Virginia right now. I've been here since October, so we have got to catch up. Okay, so how to double down or how to double your email list using Facebook. And I've got 5 strategies for you guys today. With Facebook being what it is, it is what it is. But there is so many struggles as it comes to marketing our business, I think, on Facebook these days, simply because of, sorry, I'm getting my screens all messed up here, simply because Facebook has really got us to a place where we almost have to pay to play. It's very difficult these days to get in front of our fans using our Facebook page, but you can still do it. But the key to moving people from Facebook to your email list is intention. I mean, I'm super passionate about this, and yet preparing. In other words, making sure that the things like on your page and being intentional with your strategies is the best way to move people from any social platform, and specifically Facebook, because Facebook is a little harder place to play these days. So anyway, we're going to go through 5 strategies. The first one is a giveaway. People love, love, love giveaways. I mean, who doesn't like to win stuff? Like, right? I mean, put your hand up if you like to win stuff. Giveaways are great. And there's a couple of different approaches to this. And I've seen people do amazing things with giveaways for engagement. We do a lot of giveaways for my live shows, my Marketing That Grows Your Business show on Mondays. The past couple of weeks we've been on vacation from the show just because it's the holidays, but we'll start again the first week in January, and get the show back up and running. But we do giveaways, and a lot of that is designed to increase engagement. So there's the end goal for that, obviously from a strategy perspective, is to get people to engage with your page, right? But remember what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about moving people to your list. So let me show you an example of this. Sometimes people will do what I call comment to win. And comment to win giveaways are great if you are trying to drive engagement. But hashtag no emails with this strategy, okay? So if you're going to, again, come at this from a strategy perspective, you want to make sure that if you're going to do a giveaway, that you have a tool or some way to drive them to a place where you can collect their email addresses. Drive sounds so harsh, but you know what I mean. You're trying to move people from Facebook to a place where they're going to enter to win and trade their email address for that opportunity, okay? So there's lots of tools out there. I just pulled a few that I'm aware of. We recently used Gleam.io. It's a little bit more expensive than some of the others, but the reason that we chose to use Gleam.io is because it gave us a lot of flexibility, and it wasn't just Facebook related. And some of these tools are more, they allow you to use the other social platforms as well. But Raffle Press, Short Stack is great. WooBox is another. And I know if some already have WooBox or functionality with other WooBox has a whole suite of tools. So that might be something you might already have. You just might not have thought about it in the context of how you leverage it for giveaways. So just putting some ideas out there and painting some possibilities on how you can leverage it for your Facebook in conjunction with Facebook. And then second up, who has a freebie? So, oh yes, Gina's saying she has King Sumo. King Sumo is another great option. But giving away your freebie, this is kind of my, I don't know if it's a pet peeve. It's not a pet peeve exactly. It's more of a, let me light a fire under you a little bit. If you already have a freebie, and if you don't, let me back up for a second. People call freebies different things. They can call them lead magnets, ethical bribes, free offers, whatever. It all basically means the same. But if you have one, and by the way, if you would like the one I have pictured here, the Ultimate Freebie Planning Guide, sign up for my masterclass. So see, I'm using Facebook Live here in this moment. And if you're on the other social platforms, YouTube or LinkedIn, using social media in this particular case to drive people to a webinar where I'm collecting an email address. But my bribe here is I'm giving away the Ultimate Freebie Planning Guide in case you don't already have a freebie. Come to the webinar. It's all about email list building, and I'll give you this freebie. But anyway, the thing that I see most people not taking advantage of is the opportunity to move people from social media to their list, a place that they own, okay? And the reason that that's so important, y'all lean in for a minute, write this down, put it on your refrigerator. I mean, it's this important. We don't own our fans and our followers. And if things change in social media, like that's ever going to happen. I mean, it does daily. I mean, if you've been on Facebook for any length of time, you remember the early days of Facebook where it was super easy to connect. Your fans saw your content, and life was good. But now that is not the case, right? Facebook has made some decisions, and we have got to a place where it's harder on Facebook to get organic reach. Doesn't mean it's impossible, it's just harder. So that means that we have to start moving people as quickly as we can from Facebook or Twitter or wherever we're active in the social space to our list. Now, in order to do that, one of the best ways is to offer up our freebie. But what happens usually is people will put out their freebie once, maybe twice, randomly, without intention. And you have to be intentional with your freebies. You have to consistently share them in the social space in order to move people to your list. So let me give you a staggering stat on Facebook in particular. Facebook has whittled down to where it's harder and harder, like I said before, for us to get in front of our Facebook fans. And you're lucky if like 1% to 2% of your fan base sees your content. So if you think about it in that context, where, if you have, 100 fans, for example, one or two of those folks is going to see your content. Then you need to consistently be sharing your freebie so that, again, it'll be a different one or two people more than likely every time you share it that will potentially see that. So consistency with sharing your freebie is super important in the social media space, guys. You can't share it one and done and think that, hey, I put my freebie out there, I didn't get anybody to sign up for it. It doesn't mean that people don't want it. It means that, potentially people didn't see it. Now, if Facebook or the social platforms are driving traffic to your freebie and people aren't taking you up on it, then that's a different thing. But you have to get the right people to see it, and that means you have to make sure that you're intentional with sharing it in the social space, and that means more than once every 3 months. Okay. So if you've been sharing your freebies, or if you don't have one yet, then come to this masterclass. We're going to be talking about starting from scratch, and I'm going to be giving away this ultimate freebie planning guide. Okay. All right. So that's the second strategy I have for you to build your list and double down on your list in a very short window of time. Another strategy I have for you is leveraging the functionality that Facebook has built into the fan page or the business page structure. And that's using the call to action buttons on your actual business page. I am stunned at how many pages I go to where that button is not activated. People have not set it up. So I'm encouraging you to go set up your page or set up your call to action button on your page. Now, you could use it for, having people sign up to your freebie, sign up for, whatever, something that's going to get their email address. Or if you would prefer, you can use one of the other call to action buttons. Unfortunately, some of them, in fact, quite a few of them are not email based, meaning, you're not going to get an email address in return. So you have to be careful. If you're going to, and strategic, if you're going to use the call to action to build your email list, you want to make sure that you're sending them to a place where they can actually sign up and give you their email address. But regardless, use the button, set it up on your business page and have it go somewhere so that you get the benefit of people that are coming to your page, taking some action, doing something that you want them to do. Okay. It's interesting, like I say, that so many people are not doing this, don't have their button set up. So make sure that you do that. Okay. All right. My next strategy for you is something called gated content. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you could leverage this strategy, and I'm going to show you an example. My friend Frank Kern he does this really well. He put out a video. It's kind of I call it a sneak peek because that's really what it is. It's like, hey, it's a teaser, if you would. I think teaser might be a better way of leveraging it or wording it. But he says, hey, brand new, I just uploaded this video for you. Haven't sent it to my list yet. So he's letting people know on social that they're special. Like, they're more special than people on his list because he hasn't sent it to his list yet. If you'd like a preview, you can see the whole thing on my site. So, they have to go click, which means, guess what, guys? There's multiple value propositions with this strategy, okay? So he's putting a teaser out. He's making people feel special, that they're seeing this before people on his list. And then he's sending them to his website where, guess what he's doing? He's giving them gated content, but I'm going to show you in a minute. He's also collecting an email address. But bigger than that, he's also going to be retargeting those people using Facebook ads. So this is a very robust strategy that he's using. And I just wanted to point out all the facets of it. Doesn't mean you may not be ready yet to use Facebook ads, but you can certainly do this, where you can tease people with a piece of content, send them to an opt-in page where they get the content. So this is what's called gated content. In this case, he teased them with the content, sends them to a page, and it's a simple sign-up page. New video reveals the 3 hottest niches in information marketing, right? Sign up, send me the video, and boom. People are going to sign up if they're interested, and they will, and he will have leveraged the power of social media, in this particular instance, Facebook, to drive traffic to a place where not only will he collect an email address, but he is also now able to retarget them because he's using a Facebook pixel and Facebook ads. So smart strategy. And then speaking of, the other way to double down and really build your email list fast is pay to play. Use a free offer of some sort, a freebie, and have paid traffic to that. So let's talk about why you would want to do that. Now, a lot of people are reluctant to pay to play, but I want to talk about how important and value-based it could be. So for every dollar you invest in email marketing, meaning every dollar you invest to get somebody on your email list, you're going to earn about $44 back in return. So it is money on the front side. I get that. But your email list is very, very value-based. And if you are just hoping that somebody is going to run into your content in social or any other traffic source that you might have and sign up to be on your list, you're doing this, what I call slow growth. And there's nothing wrong with that. But except for the fact that your revenue is going to be directly proportional to the size of your list. I mean, that is a fact. Any marketer that is marketing their business and selling things to people online will tell you the same thing. The value of a list is immense. So going back to, if you want to go the slow route, you can do it for free. Like I say, there's no reason you can't. Or you can invest a little bit of money and build your list at a faster clip. The value proposition is it's got several facets to spending a little bit of money. So a little bit of money can go a long way with building your list because most people are if you put it in front of the people you think will want it, you should have good success with your freebie. So your acquisition cost for your emails will probably be fairly inexpensive. But the other value proposition is you're not growing at a snail's pace. You're putting your list, your offer out in front of the people that want it, versus just throwing something, your freebie, out in the social space and hoping that the right person sees it. Your eyeballs you're going to get more eyeballs on your offer, your freebie, etc. And you'll have an opportunity to grow at your list at an exponential rate. So there's that. But I wouldn't suggest you do that until you have spending money to grow your list, until you have things that you ultimately can sell to them. Okay. So if you're just starting and you don't yet have something to sell, I would wait to spend money to grow your list. But seriously, spending a little bit of money, and I'm saying, if you have $5, $10 a day to spend on growing your email list, you will get really good results with Facebook ads in particular. But there's other platforms with ads. Pinterest has a great ad platform. And freebies in particular, I think, are very effective on Pinterest. Let's see, LinkedIn ads are a little bit more expensive, and I think it would depend on what kind of freebie you have, what kind of offer you're making there, as to whether or not I would recommend using LinkedIn ads. So I guess it just depends, but paying to play does have some benefits. I know a lot of entrepreneurs are a little reluctant to do that, but the benefit, again, to getting the right people on your list and then having an opportunity to put your paid offers in front of the right people definitely matters. And when it comes to your bottom line. So that's my 5 strategies for you. Let me run back through them real quick so that you guys, let me get I guess I don't need my screen necessarily back up here. But the 5 strategies are: 1, giveaway, host a giveaway, but make sure you're sending them to a place where you can capture their email address. Don't just do the comment to win, because the whole point of this is to capture an email address. Promote your freebie consistently on social, and specifically on Facebook. Don't just put it out there once and done. Use the call to action button on your business page. Create some gated content and have people opt in for it. That really does work. And then I'm a big fan of just paying to play. If, again, you have things for sale already. So who's got some questions? Throw them at me. Robin is using her button. Yes, I'm so glad, Robin. All right. Trying to see if they got any questions here. Ooh, April she's sharing a wheel of names. That is a really interesting tool. We use it a lot with just in my show because we can pop in names and all kinds of cool things with it. But I don't think you can collect email addresses with it. I could be wrong, April. If you know differently, let me know. All right. Ooh, Mona, great question. What are the best freebie offers in your experience? They come in all sizes and shapes, but people love things that save them time and money, essentially. If you have a system or a checklist or a worksheet of some sort, a process, people love stuff like that. I have been very, very successful with what used to be called ebooks. So I'll share this with you real quick. Technically, it's semantics, honestly, where you're giving people some information, a solution to a problem, and it's an ebook, right? It's called an ebook. But I learned this from Molly Pittman. If you guys are familiar with Molly Pittman, I was a part of Digital Marketers War Room for about 6 years, and she once told me this, and I thought it was just brilliant, and it made a lot of sense to me. So maybe it'll make a lot of sense to you guys too. Instead of calling your freebie an ebook, she said, don't call it an ebook, because nobody wants to read a book. Like, they want a quick and easy solution to whatever their problem is. And they don't want to feel like they're going to get a thud factor if they download your freebie, right? So she suggested calling it a guide instead of an ebook. So if you have an ebook, you're using an ebook, maybe you just renaming it and giving it that spin will get more opt-ins. It definitely worked for me. So I thought I'd just throw that out there for you. But anything that really solves one problem, you don't want to throw the kitchen sink at people, because They need a fast and easy solution. The key to this is fast and easy solution to a problem that somebody has, and you want to wow them with that solution, so that they can say, oh my gosh, if I'm getting this for free, what's behind the paid door, kind of thing. Okay. And Jean says, best advice for a sleepy, not used list. I'm now ready to focus on sharing my new projects and products. Okay, Jean, you have to re-engage your list. One, I would do a re-engagement campaign and just reconnect with the people. If you haven't had communication with them for a while, you're going to have to apologize and grovel. I mean, that's seriously that. You have to do that in order for people to trust you enough to be able to come back into their inbox, because they're like, well, you haven't been communicating with me. Why would I want to hear from you? Consistency is super important when it comes to, having an email list and showing up in people's inboxes with value-based things. Think about it. If you opt into somebody's freebie or, get on somebody's list and you don't hear from them for 6 months, are you going to be top of mind anymore? No, you probably are not going to be interested in, you may not even remember them. You may not even remember downloading something and getting on their list to begin with. So do a re-engagement campaign and figure out who's still interested in, what you have to offer. And go from there. But once you do that, whoever stays, you have to make sure that you're consistently showing up so that you don't have that problem again. Yes, Laura, it is. It's open. I think we're going to keep it open until Sunday. So List Building to Profit, if you're interested, we're doing another webinar tomorrow. But definitely check it out if you're still interested. Thanks for asking. And Kathy, hopefully what I just shared with Jean will help you as well. All right. I've got a little bit, sometimes the camera just goes out of focus. Am I out of focus for you guys there? I think I fixed it. All right. Sometimes it just goes fuzzy. And we do have, like I said, if you're just getting started, or if you're not where you think you need to be, or more importantly, if you're trying to build relationships with your people, really build out what I call the know, like, and trust factor in a place where people are more likely to see your content, their inboxes, then definitely join us for the KimGars at kimgars.com/join masterclass, because I'm doing a free masterclass again tomorrow. And we'll talk more in depth on some of the things we kind of touched on today. So definitely join us. We've been having a lot of great questions, a lot of fun, a lot of transformation, which is more intent. When I say transformation, embracing list building is a mindset shift. We absolutely have to be intentional with our strategies when it comes to list building, because everybody says it. Like, the money's in the list, and it kind of goes in this ear and it rolls around in our head, and we're like, yeah, okay, I hear you, I know it. But then somehow it comes out the other side, even though we know it, even though we hear it, we recognize it's true, but we don't take the time sometimes to get intentional with it. And I think 2021 has got to be a shift for people in the context of stopping what I call the hamster wheel, when it comes to chasing the money, because the money is in the list. And Katie, one of the things that I do in my course, and I'll just touch on this real quick, because this is so prevalent, what Katie is saying right now. I hate writing emails and social media posts, but what if you didn't have to figure it out on your own? Like, what if you had a plan already? Like, if you had ideas where you knew what to write or what to say, would that make it easier for you? That has been one of the things that I've been combating with my students, is taking that away, that fear factor and that pain point, by giving them a plan and giving them a resource that takes that. And it's all relationship based, ideas that give you a jumping off point for connecting with your people. All right. Well, it has been so lovely to spend some time with you guys today. I know time is our most valuable commodity. So when I have an opportunity to spend time with you guys, and you spend time with me more specifically, I honor that. So I appreciate you. I hope you got some nuggets today that you can run with. At a minimum, go use your call to action buttons. If you have a freebie, share it. Go forward and start building your list. And again, if you're still wanting to know more about list building, I'll be here again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, again on Thursday, and one last time on Friday. All right. All right, guys, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and God bless.